The Eurovision Song Contest 2025 is coming closer, so it's time to talk to the artists. And I'm joined today by Adonxs. Hello, good to see you.
Hello, and thank you so much for having me.
How are you?
Very well. I'm here in Prague where I reside and actually having a couple interviews today. So, talking a lot to everyone about my Eurovision entry. And that's super exciting. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm really happy to talk to you, and there is something to talk about because your song was released on Friday, so it's just a few
That's
days
right.
ago. How does it feel for you to finally present your song to the Eurovision world?
In a way, very revealing. You've been holding on to something for some time now, and I'm always very relieved when I'm releasing a song. In that moment, it's also not just yours anymore. And those last minutes before midnight, you're like, okay, you're giving it to the world, and it's theirs to listen to like or to dislike um and yeah, so I'm very very grateful about the reception, and I'm excited to perform this live.
Do you watch reaction videos?
um I don't watch them myself, but I have some people sending them to me or sending like a nice or funny bits from them to me. So um I think I've seen like two or three and some memes, and usually fun stuff, usually something that is nice and keeps me delusional that it's only positive on the internet.
So, what's your favorite meme about your song so far?
um, can I show you?
On the screen, yeah. Maybe you can try.
Yes. Okay, I'll show you. I have one. So it's actually um the
And
one
of
that
course,
describes
you can describe it, of course. So.
it's the one that describes the mood, or like the development of the song. So you have the first part of the song before the dance break, then you have the dance break, and then you have post dance break. I love this one. This is television gold for me. Do you see it? Can you read it?
I think yes, I can.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. If not, I'll send you this and you can pop it on the screen.
Well, you described it perfectly, so I think we got a sense of that.
Okay.
Um, and you did something rather unusual. You first played the song in an acoustic version at the national final in Malta. Why did you decide to tease your track in this way?
So we did not have, or Czechia did not have the national selection, public national selection this year. So there was nothing that audience or Eurovision fans could grab on and could watch. So we just had the announcement, but I wanted to give them something, and the whole team actually wanted to give them something. And this opportunity to perform at Malta's national selection as an internal act came up, and we were like, absolutely yes. Let's give them live performance. At the time, we were still finalizing the music video and the final production of the track, so we didn't want to reveal the full studio version just yet. But we wanted to tease a little bit. And since all of my songs usually start behind the piano, and they start as a piano ballads, and then they are developed and arranged and produced, I was like, absolutely, let's deliver the the core of the song really. And then I know it's unusual, and I loved it about it. The moment the idea came up, like, let's start with acoustic version, I was like, this is crazy, and I love it, and let's do it. Why not? Why not to do things differently? And I'm very glad we did. I think we received a great feedback, great reception. So um, people had something they could see the live performance instead of the national selection performance. and it was also in the time where all of the national selections were happening. So yeah, that's simple as that.
And there's a question you'll be getting a lot these days, I'm sure, but I have to ask it, what is the song about?
Let's go. Let's dive into it. Um, Not me saying this for like the sixth time today. I always try to say differently, but I actually can't because obviously the reasoning is just one. It is me. Um, to clarify, it is a love song. It is or a breakup song. So it is me saying the last goodbyes or the kiss kiss goodbye to a person from a romantic relationship that did not appreciate you enough, did not give you enough attention and love that you deserve. And and pretty much it's me standing for myself and allowing myself leave that specific situation and try to understand why I would keep myself in such a toxic relationship in a way. So this is what we wanted to describe in the music video, the deeper concept of, okay, why am I always trapped in something that is not functioning, something that is giving me this hot and cold behavior, and is not fully devoted to me as to as a person. So we we told the story of the deeper concept, which is something I realized just a couple years ago, that I would always search for a relationship that I was given, or the structure of a relationship that I was given by my father in the early childhood, which was exact same copy of the behavior of being there partially, hot and cold, again, leaving, being there, leaving, and making me feel like I'm the reason why the person is leaving. I'm the reason why this is not working, and I need to prove him that I'm worthy of his love, and I need to prove him that I'm worthy of his attention, of his approval. And I was not realizing that this is actually the trigger that I was applying and having with me as a baggage in my adulthood, and even in the past years. And it was this cycle that was repeating and not functioning. So Kiss Kiss Goodbye is actually realizing the full complex picture and just saying goodbye to it. So again, just to clarify, it is a love song, but we were trying to tell also the deeper reasoning behind the full picture and the full story.
And mentioning the music video, as well as showing me this meme, you had this dance break in it. And
Yes,
in the
yes.
music video, we can see you dance. Are we going to see you
Mm.
dance on stage in Basel as well?
1000% yes. This is something that is in my artistic DNA. This is something I I love to do. I love performance. I love live shows are one thing that I enjoy about, a music career or being a musician the most. And I think if you come to my show, you will get both. You will get what you saw at Malta's national semifinal. You will see me just playing, pure stripped back ballads, piano ballads, emotional ballads. And then we will progress to fully realized production and dance breaks and then dancers in a way that you will get an emotional roller coaster throughout the show. So I think this is something that I enjoy to do, and the dance break was never a question for me. It was something I knew that I want to do if I ever go to Eurovision, and if I'm ever given the chance to stand on that massive stage. I knew that I want to um, fully contain the stage and be all around it, and yeah, so 1000% yes.
All right, we're looking forward to this. Czechia decided to do an internal selection this year. How did you apply? Or did they call you?
No, the audition was public. You could sign up with songs. I think it was 5 songs per artist, I believe the final selection was done from more than 150 songs, and then the process was internal. So pretty much only you would be notified that you passed to top 15, top 10, and then top 5. That was the only thing that you were notified about. But it wasn't a public information, so they only revealed the winner afterwards. So there was also no bad PR for anyone else applying, since it was all undercover. And yeah, this process took almost 3 months, I believe, since I submitted the songs and until I got the results. So um, yeah, this was the process. I believe there was a Czech jury that had 20% of vote. Then you had international jury consisting of former winners and former producers or people involved with Eurovision from abroad. And then the last 40% were focus groups from several different countries all around Europe. And all this mix just gave you the final result. And I was the lucky one to be at that spot.
And Czechia never won Eurovision, and it never got a top 5 result. Can you win it?
That's true. Can I? Well, of course the ambition is there, but I think it's extremely difficult to win such a contest. I consider Eurovision to be a music Olympics, so I also approach this as a music Olympics, with all respect, with being grounded and realizing how tough this is and how amazing and wonderfully talented people are involved every single year. So I'm trying to uh, not overthink this in a way. I don't want to wake up. That's what I promised to myself. I don't want to wake up on the 18th of May realizing that I was just over stressing about the results or over stressing about everything. And I want to wake up knowing that I actually cherished every moment and enjoyed the process and created, new. I mean, that sounds super cliche, like creating new friendships, but since there are so many talented artists, this is definitely in my vision board. Like, I definitely want to collaborate after Eurovision with people that are involved and people that I will get to know. And yeah, so um of course ambition is there, but I will wake up knowing that I did, 110, and whatever the result is, I will be happy.
What is your personal connection to Eurovision? Are you kind of a fan?
Yes, I would say that I have a lot of friends in my circles that enjoy Eurovision. And I think through them I became a fan. My best friend was always even visiting me in London and playing me the full um, playlist once all of the songs were released, and making me like really listen through every single song and feedback them and tell them like, okay, who do I think will win. um and yeah, this is probably how I um created a relationship to Eurovision, and how I suddenly perceived it as a platform that has no comparison in world, and that is definitely once in a lifetime opportunity for all of the artists being involved. And I must say, coming from Slovakia and Czechia, it's a common knowledge that the Eurovision might not be as popular in here as in, let's say, Scandinavian countries or Spain or multiple other countries. So I feel like people and artists in here, they need to do this extra step, this extra work towards it to understand it, and maybe sometimes not even follow local media that are trying to portray Eurovision as a bizarre competition, or something that um, doesn't make that much sense because you do get these outlets, you do get these headlines here a lot. And I'm laughing at them because it's incredible competition. And yeah, they have no valid reasoning against that.
And for those discovering you through your big Eurovision adventure now, is Kiss Kiss Goodbye the style of music you usually make?
I would say so. I would say so. I think, again, as I mentioned, all of my songs, as I hopefully mentioned in this interview, all of my songs, now I'm getting mixed up. All of my songs usually start as piano ballads. So this is something that is very signature for me. And if I can play the song straight back and it works fully just with piano, that's probably how I recognize the DNA of the song and what I put into it. And I think sonically, this is definitely something that, or similar to what you could experience previously on my shows as well. Well, it does sound a little bit more grandiose because we're still talking Eurovision. So you do get bigger arrangement, you do get choir, you do get orchestral arrangement. But the one element that I will point out is the cinematic element of the song, which I think is definitely coming across my whole repertoire.
And there's one last question before I let you go to your next interview. With the almost like 2 months away from the semi-final now, what's on your schedule for the next 2 months? There must be a lot.
A lot of exciting stuff. So we are just announcing the Eurovision pre-parties. I'm super excited to go on a road a little bit and perform in Europe cities. Obviously, we are focusing on the fully realized staging these days, and yeah, all the details, all the little bits that are needed before we come to Basel for our first live rehearsal. So yeah, you were mentioning 2 months, but oh my gosh, it's gonna be so quick, like this. I know that, and that scares me in a way, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's enjoy it, of course. I hope you can enjoy
Yeah, exactly,
this time.
exactly,
Um, it's been a
absolutely.
pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time, and see you in Basel.
Yes, thank you so much for a wonderful interview, and I'll see you there. Ciao, ciao.